with the arts, so I spoke to Mike and Martin from the band to find out whether they agreed with this.
No.
Yes.
Yes and no?
Yes and no. Well, Mike doesn't. I mean, I started out at art college doing painting, and I still do that a bit. Also write about it a bit. So we do, and Sheila's married to a painter, so I guess that still goes on, yeah. It's something to fall back on if we don't become pop stars.
Fall back on?
We'll be a failed painter.
It's a bit like sort of falling back into a sort of 40-foot pit, falling back in the arts.
It's true.
So that's why I gave it up completely. I think I'd rather fall back in a 40-foot pit than fall back on painting.
Oh, come on, sleep while I'm waiting. Oh, come on, sleep while I'm waiting for
If you're born moderately ugly, you can never get that satisfaction of looking in the mirror and thinking, God, I'm gorgeous. So what you do is you play songs and then you try and get, you know, people in front of you who act as if, you know, they're excited about you. Of course they're not, they're just excited about the tunes and that. So it's a way for ugly people to get to feel good about themselves.
It works for us.
It does, yeah.
We could sell it as a...
I feel great. Look like
I'm glad
shit,
you
but
feel great.
I know back in '88 you suffered a bit of a setback with the name, didn't you? The man from Delmonte. Legal sort of problems. Yeah. What exactly happened about that?
Well,
what did happen about that?
Yeah. We just brought out a single, and suddenly our press department got strange phone calls from people pretending to be fans and asking for T-shirts and logos, and based in places like you know, Heart of Surrey, you know. Suddenly there were these hardcore fans, and it turned out that there was like this sort of you know, PR department of Del Monte Corporation checking you know, things like whether we were using their logo, selling features, any sort of overlapped industry, which of course we weren't.
We weren't, so we went to see the
they called us
executives, yeah.
And we made the mistake of going, really, because they very sort of imperious, high-handed letter of, we want to see you. No, we thought it'd be, you know, chocolate biscuits and, you know, some freebies or something. So we went down, and they sort of...
And they didn't threaten us or anything like that. They just said, well, we'll keep our eye on you, and we'll talk to our people.
Yeah.
So we got the impression that they were going to leave it alone. And,
things to intimidate us, like, do you realise we've spent $6 million on this advertising campaign? How much have you spent on your advertising campaign? And we said 60 quid, I think it was at the time. But, so it was all like psychological, and as it turned out, when this sort of hit the press in a small way, they never once contacted us. Which just goes to show the little people can get back.
yes.
The man from Delmonte seems to have got quite a sort of wacky image. I mean, even in your biography, you seem to push the wacky image, but do you ever get fed up of that at all?
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, constantly. It's difficult. A lot of people like it, and it gets attention, which is a good thing in a way. And also, I think when people do actually listen to the records or see us and things like that, they get over it straight away. People think you're wacky who don't know about you. And as soon as they actually start listening at all, then they just forget about that, so it doesn't actually matter that much. I don't know, if we're still wacky in 5 years' time, that'll be annoying.
You don't really worry. I mean, it's always sort of the ultimate vanity to worry why people like you or hate you, you know. It's like, it's a bit out of your control. And, you know, things like, we don't write our own press releases. You know, you know, to a lot of extent it's out of your control, and to a lot of extent you've just got to leave it. You can't, like, tell people why they should like you or hate you. And we always thought we'd be more like, you know, Fleetwood Mac or one of those great sort of American rock bands. It just never worked out that way.
Shame, really.
How seriously do you take yourselves, though? Seriously?
Mike takes himself very, very seriously.
Yeah.
It's the hardest working man in show business. And Mike comes off stage, he's dripping with sweat, he's given everything to the audience.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it takes a lot of heart to be wacky. And, yeah, I mean, most of the time we don't sit around telling jokes and wearing silly hats or anything. So most of the time you're just writing songs and vindictive lyrics about people you know.
Yeah, but because it's actually quite hard work doing the songs, doing the music, when we talk to people about it, it's hard to carry on being serious. You know, you just want to relax and make fun of yourself.
That's right.
So that's how we come across all the time.
That's it for this week.